Boys should know better household work, actually much more cooking than girls, I feel. The reason you want a wife who will work with you, who will bring this almost same salary, then don't tell my mother is to cook fantastic things. Your mother was a housewife, she could do all those things. When you expect your wife as your colleague and who works hard with you, how do you expect the moment she comes home, she should be like your mother who will make achar, pickle? There's nothing wrong in that. But being a housewife is a full-time and overtime unpaid job. Okay? And such job you want your wife after she comes back at 8 o'clock in the night. You want suddenly she should become like, or she should go to the kitchen, work and give you hot roti. How it's possible? Unless you cooperate, you take 50% responsibility. It is not possible for a woman to pursue her career. I always say behind every successful woman, there's an understanding man. Please understand.
That's probably the hardest geometry equation in the world. I guess if anyone here can solve that problem, I'd see to it that none of you ever have to open another math book again for the rest of your lives. Max, care to try it?
I'm sorry, did someone say my name?
You got it.
Albert Einstein once said, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb the tree, it's going to spend all its life believing that it's stupid. You might not be good at one thing, but you will be better at 3 others. I learned this the very hard way, but you cannot make everyone happy. What you can do, however, is make yourself happy, and that is very, very important. So be brave, have faith in yourself, figure out what makes you happy, and go do it. Get a job, leave a job, dance, sing, fall in love, carve your own niche. But most importantly, learn to embrace the randomness.
Ratan Tata, he was at a convocation day of a B school just about a couple of years back. And he told the fresh management graduates after all his experience in the corporate world of more than 60 years, he said that don't count your successes and don't count your luxuries by the amount of money that you have in your bank account, by the number of properties that you have accumulated, by the number of relationships that you have in your life, by your social networking skills. This is all not your wealth. He said, count your successes and luxuries of life by the number of lives that you have enriched of people with you during the course of your journey of life.
I know what you're thinking. How the heck does a 52-year-old over-the-hill milkshake machine salesman build a fast food empire with 1,600 restaurants in 50 states, 5 foreign countries, with an annual revenue of in the neighborhood of $700 million? One word: persistence. Nothing in this world can take the place of good old persistence. Talent won't. Nothing's more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius won't. Unrecognized genius is practically a cliche. Education won't. Why, the world is full of educated fools. Persistence and determination alone are all powerful.
You are never too old or never too experienced to learn something new. Believe that you have everything already as your Brahmastra in your will to be able to be and achieve your dreams. Be fearless. I know I wanted to become an aeronautical engineer. What am I today? I'm an actor, I'm a singer, I'm an author, I'm a producer, I'm an artist. How did I go from becoming an engineer to all of these things? I made choices. The choices that I wanted for myself. So that is my rule number 2. Let your dreams fly. Give them wings. Be who you want to be just by being fearless.
If you don't discipline when you are school or in college, you pay a heavy price in later part of your life. Discipline, like coming up in a proper way, writing properly, okay, talking properly, communicating properly, respecting people properly. This really helps a long way in your life. So I don't want you should be like potato, regretting in your old age. You should remember that to be successful in life, there is no shortcut. The only method is hard work and straight way. And that you have to do.
India is a country that definitely is not easy to understand. There's many sides to her. She's beautiful, unpredictable, and scary at times. India has taught me that we should appreciate diversity, that we should be kind to one another, and that in the end, we should keep our friends and family close to our hearts. I believe that this is India. She not only teaches you something new about yourself, but also about the world, the real world.
I'm the fastest reader in the world. I read a 1,679 pages book within 2 seconds.
Yes. Go on. What is it?
It was fast, so you didn't know.
What just happened now? What did you learn from the book that you just read? You said what?
The first one is pretty good.
I will chew your meat. Are you crazy? Think I have to joke with you?
I just read. I can read fast.
Anybody can do what you just did. What? What kind of talent is this?
Yeah!
Excuse me? So this behavioral pattern is only possible when the fluid is flowing downstream in the shock tube.
So, Nambi, let's say you're right. I'm only human. I can make mistakes. But are you saying Asher Shapiro's textbook is inaccurate?
Yes, sir, it's inaccurate.
Oh, well then, why don't you write to Asher Shapiro? Tell him to correct it, according to you. He'll be very glad to hear from you, Numbu.
Thank you very much for your letter. You're the first one to point out the printing and syntax error in my theorem in this version of the book. I'm surprised that it went unnoticed by the professors thus far, but all the same, I assure you it will be corrected. Thank you for pointing it out, and I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors, Mr. Numbu. From Asher Shapiro. You have a lovely day, sir.
More than 100 years ago, America welcomed a son of India, Swami Vivekananda. And Swami Vivekananda helped bring Hinduism and yoga to our country. And he came to my hometown of Chicago. And there, at a great gathering of religious leaders, he spoke of his faith and the divinity in every soul and the purity of love. And he began his speech with a simple greeting: sisters and brothers of America. So today, let me say, sisters and brothers of India.
One evening, a gentleman came to our house and said, there is a Hindu family with 8 children, have not eaten for a long time. Do something for them. And I took rice and I went immediately. And there was this mother, those little ones' faces, shining eyes from sheer hunger. She took the rice from my hands. She divided it into 2 and she went out. When she came back, I asked her, where did you go? What did you do? And one answer she gave me, they are hungry also. She knew that the next door neighbor, a Muslim family, was hungry. What surprised me most, not that she gave the rice, but what surprised me most, that in her suffering, in her hunger, she knew that somebody else was hungry.